You watch hours of plant care videos. You buy the best soil. You genuinely care about your indoor garden. But despite all your effort, your leaves are turning crispy, the stems are weak, and your plants just look miserable. It feels like the harder you try, the worse they look. Sound familiar? Today, we are breaking down 10 popular plant care tips and hidden mistakes that are silently destroying your houseplants. Including a very popular trick involving ice cubes that is secretly freezing your plant's roots. I'll explain why later. I'm also going to reveal the mansion mistake halfway through a simple pot sizing error that guarantees root rot, no matter how carefully you water. Let's start with mistake number 1, which is probably happening in your apartment right now. Part 1, the calendar trap. Most beginners water their plants on a strict schedule. Every Sunday morning, for example. Plants don't care what day of the week it is. They care about temperature, light, and humidity, which change every single week. The fix: throw away the watering schedule. Instead, push your finger 2 inches into the soil. If it's dry, water it. If it's wet, walk away. Part 2, the misting myth. You bought a beautiful glass spray bottle. You mist your plants daily to give them humidity. Here is the truth: misting only increases humidity for about 10 minutes. Worse, water sitting on leaves indoors causes fungal infections. The fix: stop misting. If you have tropical plants that desperately need moisture, group them together or buy a small humidifier. Part 3, the welcome shock. You buy a new plant, bring it home, and immediately repot it into fresh soil the exact same day. Nurseries have perfect humidity and lighting. Your apartment does not. Moving is incredibly stressful for a plant. Repotting adds extreme trauma. The fix: leave new plants in their original nursery pots for at least 2 weeks. Let them adapt to your apartment's environment first. Part 4, the ice cube trend. You've probably seen advice telling you to water orchids or tropical plants with ice cubes to prevent overwatering. Remember, these are tropical plants from the jungle. Ice cubes shock and freeze their delicate root systems, causing permanent damage. The fix: always use room temperature water. Your plants want a warm tropical rain, not a blizzard. Part 5, the sunburn assumption. Beginners often think, plants need light, so I will put them all directly in the sunniest window. Most popular houseplants grow under the canopy of trees in the wild. Direct, intense sunlight will scorch and burn their leaves. The fix: pull them back a few feet, or use a sheer white curtain to filter the harsh light. Now, before we get to mistake number 7, we need to discuss that fatal pot sizing error I warned you about, the mansion mistake. Part 6, the mansion mistake. You buy a small plant, and to give it room to grow, you plant it in a massive, giant pot. This is a death sentence. A massive pot holds a massive amount of wet soil. Small roots cannot drink all that water. The soil stays wet for weeks, suffocating the roots, leading to instant root rot. The fix: when repotting, only go up one single size. Just 1 to 2 inches larger than the current root ball. They like feeling snug. Part 7, the medicine myth. Your plant is looking sick, yellow, and dropping leaves. In a panic, you pour fertilizer into the soil to heal it. Fertilizer is not medicine. It is food for healthy, growing plants. Fertilizing a stressed, dying plant will burn its remaining roots. The fix: never fertilize a sick plant. Fix the watering or lighting issue first, wait for new growth, and then fertilize. Part 8, low light versus no light. A label says, low light plant, so you put it in a windowless bathroom or a dark hallway. Low light means surviving in a north-facing window. It does not mean no light. Without actual light, the plant slowly starves to death. The fix: if you can't read a book comfortably in that corner without turning on a lamp, a plant cannot survive there. Part 9, the neglected underside. You only look at the top of your leaves. By the time you notice yellowing, it's an infestation. Pests like spider mites and thrips hide underneath the leaves, slowly sucking the life out of your plant. The fix: once a week, flip the leaves over and inspect the undersides. Catching pests early is the only way to save the plant. Part 10: The Panic Reaction. You see one single yellow leaf at the very bottom of your plant, and you assume the whole plant is dying. Leaves don't live forever. It is completely natural for a plant to drop its oldest, lowest leaves to send energy to new growth at the top. The fix: if it's just one old leaf at the bottom, cut it off and relax. You are doing a great job. Part 11: Your next step. Avoiding these 10 hidden mistakes puts you ahead of 90% of indoor gardeners. Your apartment is going to look amazing. But fixing mistakes is only half the battle. If you truly want your plants to thrive, you need to master the exact science of watering. Click the video on screen right now to watch Stop Killing Your Plants, the only watering guide you need, where I show you the 5-second trick to prevent root rot forever. Subscribe to the Urban Leaf. Growing calm in small spaces. I'll see you in the next video.